Alright, beginning of part 2 of Jack Skellington head modeling. It'll be multiple part series including the body and some background as well and some texture painting as well. So it's a complete character build. Alright, so for this part right here, that will be easily, we can easily create that, so we're going to bypass that for now. Alright, so we're going to continue to the more kind of difficult part right here because since you can't see the back, some people, find that hard to kind of model since there's no guide. So I'll show you how to do that. All right, so first things first, we got to complete this part right here. So I'm going to select those three edges right there and then extrude them. All right, so when you do it here, you're already creating that curve, right? It's kind of following the flow of the model. So I'm going to go X-ray mode. Okay, and then I'm going to press rotate right here, press R, position it, R, okay, and position. All right, that looks good right there. Over here, we need to kind of move it a little bit to the right. Okay, so it's kind of like our final guide with the drawing here. Okay, so press G right there. Okay, and then if we take a look here, it's not connected, right? I'm sorry, because we got 2 points right here. There's one right there and then the other one, all right? But they're very close, so what I'll do is I'll select them both. Okay, make sure both points are selected. Okay, and then I'm just going to merge at center. Okay, so now we got that going. Okay, so I'm going to press number 3 here to go to side viewport again. Go back to the extrusion, so select those, press E to extrude, rotate, and right here you can see how it's curving, right? So we can take a look here in 3D. So as you can see, it's naturally curving right here since we're just kind of rotating and extruding and rotating, extruding and rotating. So before I connect all those points right here, I just want to complete this one here. Okay. So as you can see here, we can no longer need the front for doing the work right here. So you're probably best looking at the top here to see how the curvature is going, because this line is the last one we can use the front as a guide, right? So I'm going to press E, rotate, and let's scale it a bit. All right, let me take a look at the top. Okay, so it kind of flared here a little bit, so what I'll do is for the back of the head, that probably might be a good way to kind of expand that actually. So I'll follow that. Press 1 right here, so instead of, I'm going to go there, select that last, press M at last, and then for this one, I will actually go with a bigger outside one, so M at last also. Alright, so now this whole thing right here, it's all connected, so we can just select this edge. Since that's the opening of the mouth, sorry, so we can select those, press E, X-ray mode right there, rotate it, and scale it a little bit, and press G. Alright, so we're kind of curving that, so we got the back going. Alright, so that looks good. So we're going to go here for another one. E, rotate it, position it, and then scale it, press S, and rotate. There we go. So now let's take a look at that work. Okay, that's actually looking pretty good. And right here, of course, we can start extruding that part. I'm going to press E right here and extrude that. Okay, press number 1 right here, select that, M at last. Okay, so we got this part of the face going on. All right, so that point, however, it's the inside of the mouth, and I think it's way too in, so I'm just going to go G and X, move that outside a bit, or maybe match it, make it a little bit coplanar, but not exactly. It needs to be tucked in inside just a little bit. Okay, so now we can go back here, press number 2 to get all those edges, and then press E again right here. So I'll just go and kind of rotate that, kind of match the orientation of that one, scale it a bit. All right. On the drawing it goes like this, but you can just kind of leave it as is. You know, that's the back of the head. And then same thing with this one. Well, maybe I'll move that a little bit, kind of get a curvature going. All right, and let's take a look over here. It's still looking good. Okay, I'm gonna leave this in 3D mode so we can see it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do another extrusion here. Do another rotation and scale. And then we're going to go back to the front on the other one and see if we can finally use the image as a guide. Okay, I'm going to go number 1. Yes, we can actually see it right here, or some of this area right here can actually be positioned over here. So I'm going to move those out right there, and I'm going to start following the drawing now. All right, so right here is also a triangle in the drawing, so that's basically being tucked in at the bottom. So we're just going to have another line right there. Okay, so there'll be 2 lines for the bottom, which didn't show up for this one, which is fine. Okay, so I messed up another drawing right there. So let's take a look. Okay, it's curving in a bit. Here, since we can't see from the guide up front, we just have to do it in 3D right here. So that will be GX. Kind of, all right, kind of get that going over there. We can even match this a little bit, even though it's for drawing right here. We can go like so. Oh, we can just leave it like that. All right, let's take a look. We are almost done on this one. Okay. What I'll do is get this situated first, get this one all the way, extrude it all the way there, so we can visualize it, you know, better. It's better to explain it that way. I could have kept going right here, but you might get confused over what's happening here. So what I did is grab that first, and then we're going to position that where we could actually kind of see it in the drawing, which is this part. So GX. All right, that's that part right there. I'm going to press that, move that over there, X-ray mode. Okay. All right. So right here it says probably didn't quite match it right there. So I'll do it like that. So we're kind of compromising in between 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts. Okay. So we're going to need 4 cuts. All right. And then I'm going to press G right here to kind of get started in that position. All right, I'm going to go to point mode and just kind of get this. Okay, I made 1 extra, so I'm going to press number 2, select this. X, dissolve edge, not delete edge, dissolve edge. Okay. All right, and then this one, well, actually, we didn't have to remove that. I made a mistake right here, so let's add that back. Okay, forgot there's one right there. All right, so just kind of get all this thing close to this line. All right, and over here we got to fix those. So we got to move a lot of these things. I'm going to turn off. Okay, so first things first, those lines, kind of move them out. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I accidentally moved that thing in the back. All right, so let me just move. Let's move this one right here. move the selection one over here, just so that they're out of the way. And I'm exaggerating their position so it's a little bit more obvious where we need to put them after. So this two, I'm gonna move them also out here. So let's just fix this one first. Right there, and it goes like so. That one can go down. Over there, and over here. This one, right there and over there. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so there it is. Let's just kind of streamline this so it's not too weird looking. Okay, all right, right there, and then we can finish this up by connecting that, so we get connections from the bottom. Okay, so that edge, this one and that one will match. So press F, it'll bridge it. Okay, and we need 3 cuts. Control R. Okay, I'm gonna press number 1 right here to kind of fix that. All right, so we got that kind of bridging going on over there. Let's kind of match all the bridges. Let's see. So select that one, press F. Okay, that'll work. This one and that, press F. I'll bridge it also. And then on this one, I might have to change this one a bit so that our quad formation is not going to look too weird. All right, so select that and that one, and then, or this one and that, press F. That'll bridge it. Okay, so we got our quads right there, and we're going to have to work on building the other one. So let me undo that one, sorry. So here we need cut this 3 times. Okay, number 3. Okay, point mode. So I'm gonna basically be positioning this. So I'm gonna select that last. Press M at last. Press M, merge at last. Press M, merge at last. You can also do Shift R to repeat the last command. So I'm gonna go X-ray on this one, and then let's try and kind of position those. They probably will work on that one. So I'm just kind of bypassing a little bit of the drawing right now because of what's happening to the chin right here. Okay, so I can do quad right there, and then over here I might have to just skip this part. I don't know if it's doing anything for us, so I'm gonna select that and then press X and dissolve the edge. Okay, and I'm gonna do is position this a little bit to match the lines of this one. Okay, I'm gonna press 2, press F to patch that. All right, so let's take a look. Okay, that's not so bad. Might have to move that one a little bit. It's a little too angular for my liking. All right, so let's go back and kind of get that kind of situated like so. So it's a little bit more of an angle. All right. And I'm going to kind of create kind of like a better flow for my polygon here. Okay. All right, let's take a look. Okay, that might work. Just have to patch this and then the inside and mount, and we're almost done. All right, so let's finish this up. Select this 2 right here. That one actually, and that one, press F. All right, and then we just need to Control R right here. And let's merge that last. Merge that last. Okay, now we need to position this right here, and then if there's anything in here that we can follow, nothing really. Let me take a look. Maybe GX, kind of push that a little bit so we get a little rounder. Okay. All right, that looks like it's almost done. Okay, so right here for the nose, that's actually pretty easy to do. Press number 3 to go to polygon or face mode. All right, we have a guide in here. Just kind of did those two generic, those nostrils. So I'm gonna press I or inset polygon. It's this one right here, inset faces. All right, and I'm gonna go to point mode, just kind of all right. Probably will do. Okay, and let's take a look. All right, so we just have to do select this one. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the mirror so we can see inside, and let's turn off the side drawing also and the front drawing. So we're just seeing our model. So instead of going right orthographic, I'm going to do control number 3 on the numpad. It shows you the back, the opposite of that, which is the left orthographic. Here I'm going to press E to extrude it, so that's kind of like where the nostril is, and then I'm going to press E again, scale that a little bit, so there's like kind of like a bigger opening. Press E again, just so that there's kind of like a cavity in there. That will be painted black, so you're not going to be able to see what's happening there anyway. Okay. Now let's take a look at the drawing again for the front. Okay, let's select all these edges going all the way around. I'm going to press number 2. Alt click one of the edges and select the entire ring. Okay, and then here's the really cool thing right here. Let me turn on side also. I'm going to press E to extrude and then S to scale. So here we go. So by doing that, and then G to kind of position. Okay, and let's take a look. All right, so it gave that kind of look to it already, so that probably will work. So I'm going to press number 3 right here, and on number 3, which is the side, it really wants to kind of go really in right here to kind of match that. And then over here, we're going to go to point mode, kind of follow, kind of like the drawing position right now. All right, there you go. Let's take a look. Since we're missing that line right there, I got to compensate for that curvature. Okay, let's take a look. All right, that's pretty good. All right, let's take care of the mount. I'm going to go edge mode, select this, press Alt click, it selects it all the way around. Okay, we're not going to need the drawing much on this one. We're just going to create that lip, so I'm going to turn off the side and the front so we can easily see it right here. So I'm going to go E, okay, extrude it, and then I'm going to move the mouse to kind of go in. All right, and there it is. It's so for the front. All right, well, I'm going to turn on mirror because we need it for clipping. Okay, so right there. So for the bottom, that's working out. Okay, something like that. And then for the top, it'll be a separate movement. So I'm going to have to select this in a way manually, probably from there. Where's that lip? Okay, right there. This one, and okay, one more. So if I go to the side right here. In X-ray mode, we know that we can move that and kind of, all right, down there, and then if we deselect those, and then here we can just push it in like so. All right, let's take a look. All right, so it has that kind of, however here it needs to go GX. All right, it needs to go in and maybe a little up, and then same thing on this one. I forgot about that, so GX, kind of push that in, GX. All right. What else did I mess up? Probably right there. So the point kind of went in too far. Okay, so just kind of matching those. All right. And that one went way too far over there. Kind of bring it in. All right. Probably a better way than just scaling it. It's probably moving it would have been a better choice. But you get the point. We just basically created thickness for the middle part. I mean for the lip part right there. Okay, and if I go to the front right here, probably move this one so that the topology goes towards the center of the mount. Let's take a look at the front. Same thing, I mean the top right here, so GX. Let's kind of move those so that the topology, the flow is correct. All right. Okay, so that pretty much complete this one, and we just need to create the cavity for the nose and the mouth, so on and so forth. All right, let's do that for part 3.